the choice to do the best of what we find. If we could see through a million eyes.
Everyone, and welcome again to the chat. As you know, I love everything about the wider racing industry, and as you can probably see, I've got one of my Magic Millions hats on, and we're counting down the days till we can get up there to the sunny Gold Coast. And joining me this morning is Magic Millions Bloodstock Manager in Dane Robinson. G'day, Dane. How are you, mate?
Yeah, but yeah, well, mate, how are you?
Very well, thank you. First of all, what a day at Wyong yesterday. Annabelle Nation claiming the 2 feature races.
Yeah, she's really stamping herself as a premier trainer now, and in a short space of time. And all credit to her. She's a bloody hard worker, and she gets on with it. She's really good with people, and she's an even better horsewoman. So she's really starting to, get the rewards for all the hard work. And really looking forward to what lies ahead for her. But also, it's good for her heading into the sales season as well. So,
and just on the sales season, where all systems go for the 2022 Gold Coast Yearling Sale. What an amazing week! I love coming up from Melbourne every year, and even I know you love it as well. I saw you in all the promo videos. You were virtually the face of Magic Millions. Goodbye, David Chester. Hello, Dane Robinson.
No, I don't think so, mate. I think I just happened to be putting the. I'm not sure how that worked out, but look, no, it's always a bit of fun. We try to have a bit of fun with it, and it's all systems go. So I'm actually listening outside now. All the marquees are getting set up, and we just finished hunter tours around the valley and around the Southern Highlands as well. And we've got some on-farm inspections planned for Queensland next week. And it's all systems going, mate. It's a really exciting time of year. Obviously, everyone gets around, does it now, and heads off for Christmas, and then everyone looks forward to coming back to January and the start of the year. So I'm really looking forward to it, mate. So yeah, I know it's been a bit frustrating at times in the last 12 to 18 months with COVID, but obviously now restrictions are easing, and everyone can get to the Gold Coast now. I'm very excited to welcome everyone back.
And like you said, you've obviously been out and about inspecting a lot of the studs and their drafts. Which one would you say has the best draft in your opinion, looking ahead to the 2022 Gold Coast Yearling Sale?
Yeah, well, I suppose I haven't seen the Victorian guys yet, or I haven't been back to see the Queensland draft yet. But look, I think throughout the hunter, you sort of come to expect, the top end from the Newgate Farms, the obviously Yarraman Park, Sedgenose, and all those guys. So look, I wouldn't say one draft stands out above all, but there's a lot of quality coming to the sale because we're supported by the best breeders in the country, and I expect them to be strong again with what they're offering. Obviously, we didn't get a chance to see Arrowfield or Beamer, but I expect them to be extremely strong again as well, particularly on the Arrowfield's record heading into this sale at the moment, on the season that they're having. I expect them to be very strong.
Are you excited by any of the new first season sires that will be going around in the ring, their progeny?
Yeah, I suppose looking between the Justifiers, the Trapeze Artists, Written Bys, and the Autumn Suns, I think are the main four that everyone seems to be talking about. And looking at those, I think the Written Bys look like they're very short, sharp, precocious style horses. I think they will be well received at a Magic Millions sales ring. The Justifiers, the quality of Mary, you can't ignore it, and I think that he'll be well received also. The Trapeze Artists looks like very robust, fast, straightforward horses, and the Autumn Suns, very Redutes and Galileo about them. Obviously, Redutes has been an outstanding sire of sires and a standard representation of Australian racing. I think the Autumn Suns ready to continue that on as well. So yeah, continue on that legacy. So really looking forward to seeing how they sell. Some exciting first season sires, and I think they'll be very well received.
Justifiers, Tom Magnier made the announcement last weekend about if the Justifier wins a particular Group 1 race, I think it's 12 or 13 races, one of those particular races, they're going to give that person a Ferrari. Would you take the Ferrari? Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah, I think I would take a Ferrari any day of the week. I don't know how I look driving a Ferrari around, but look, it's an interesting concept, and I think it'll certainly grab the headlines. And I think that's what they're trying to do. And look, I think he's every chance of that going off in his first season. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. They're a great supporter, Coolmore, and I think they certainly know how to sell their horses. And this is one way of doing it. And I think they'll be well received.
And for those heading to the Gold Coast, which one non-racing thing do they need to do, or should they do?
One non-racing thing. Look, the polo's outstanding. I'd highly recommend there. And the race on the beach too. There's a lot of ancillary activities that we have up here now to make it more than just a horse sale. It is an event now. It's the event to welcome in the new year. It's the place to be if you're in racing or industry. It's the place to be, and even outside the industry, I think we're really starting to sort of progress beyond just the racing industry in terms of what Magic Millions reaches now. The general public is getting involved now by going to the polo, going to the race on the beach. Now we have the show jumping that's also here now as well. It's just creating that event that everyone wants to be at. It's the place to be. So I would highly recommend getting down to the beach and watching the horse race. and highly recommend getting against the polo. Check it out, and the show jumping this year as well. I think those 3 items you tick off your bucket list for sure.
The whole carnival just keeps getting bigger and bigger with the recent edition of the Wave and other races the week before in recent years. I think it's great because it acts as, if you're not fully qualified yet as an owner, if your horse can win on that Wave day, there's wildcards available when you do qualify for the following Saturday.
Absolutely, like we want to make it available to everyone too. Like we obviously promoting our brand here, what the product is that Magic Millions is for the horses and stuff. Obviously with the race series and all that, and the big race day, $10.25 million race day. But look, I think you want to make it open to people as well who are from the homebreds and all that sort of thing. So look, it's just creating more of an atmosphere. It's creating more of another narrative to the story of who can win the big races, and I think it only adds benefit. And
always plenty of dinners during Magic Millions Week. Which bars and restaurants does one need to visit? I know my favourite, I usually go every night, not to eat but to drink, is to go to Moomers. Usually I get bowled over because there's so many people in there.
Yeah, it's very popular there. Normally you get quite a few of the industry guys sitting standing on the corner of the bar there as you drive past. You normally walk past. You normally get a chance to see the numerous industry participants there. Mama San's obviously fantastic. The social. You could ring off a whole list here. The Glenelg Public House is also very, very good. There's a little etsu if you like your Japanese. Literally, you could go. The list is very, very long. If you're not finding a good restaurant on the Gold Coast, you're not trying hard enough because it is just full of them. So that coupled with being next to the coast and good company, I think you can't go wrong.
You have a family background in racing with your dad being a trainer, don't you?
Yeah. So my grandfather trained to begin with. He sort of started off the family business. He started off in harness racing, Dane Robinson, back in the 50s, and sort of went through. He won almost every racing or pacing or trotting race on the calendar during the sort of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and then transferred over to the thoroughbreds in the 90s. Ended up winning at the top level with Ken Bell on that 96 Oaks. And TJ, my father, Terry, just had his biggest win in the Kosciuszko this year. So it's a little bit of time between drinks, but the initiative between Racing New South Wales, I put on with the Tab Highways and the Country Championships and the Kosciuszko. Like, he was the first trainer to win the double. So with Art Cadeau, and it's just been a godsend, for country racing, but also for Terry as well, my father. So really proud of him. He's actually from a big family. So my cousin Robert and Luke Price also trained. They've had their biggest breakout season here as well with Janaya and Counter-Rupee and the Gong. So we had a lot to celebrate at the Christmas party last week, family Christmas party. There must have been about 100 people there, but it's just it's interesting, like you go 30, 40 years. Dad's been in the game 30, 40 years now, and he's having his biggest success now into his mid-60s, and Robert and Luke would be the same. Rob's been in the game for 20, 30 years, and Luke probably 20 himself now as well, and they're just having their biggest success now. So it goes to show, nothing good comes overnight. You really got to work at it, and it's going to take time in this game. So it's just really nice to see them reap the rewards now.
It just shows patience as well. You can't be a superstar straight away like Annabelle is from day one. It just shows that your family have just kept chipping away at it, and finally the success does come.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle, isn't it? Like, they live the lifestyle of being, the horses are the life, really. It wasn't time growing up that, the dinner or the lunch was revolved around what time the horses had to go out, or what time the work was being done in the morning, or what time the beach was right to work the horses. So, when you live that lifestyle and it encompasses your whole life, it's just nice that, you get a chance to really, reap the success at some stage too, because a lot goes into it, yeah.
How did you settle into the role of Bloodstock Manager at Magic Millions after Clint Donovan stepped back to concentrate on his auctioneering, and he's also, even though he's still a consultant as well?
Yeah, Clint's very much still involved. He's obviously doing his auctioneering now, still at all our sales, but he's also taken on time to do his own work as well in property, which is going outstandingly well. So he's specialising in equine property. He's had a stellar 6 months since he's moved on from this role, and I've been very fortunate to step up into the role. And it's been fantastic, to be honest. Like, it's nice that I sort of still get the chance to bounce ideas and everything off Clint, and still have him as a friend and a consultant as well to the company. But also have Barry. Barry's been in the Bloodstock Manager role for however many years before he took on the managing director role, and it's a very good supportive environment to step up to, and I've been very fortunate with the support I've been given and the opportunities I've been given, but and it's definitely a lot more work, but I'm really enjoying it so far, and I'm really looking forward to the years to come.
One last one too, Dane. For anyone that's looking through this, how would you describe the Bloodstock on offer?
I think it's a lot of quality in that, but I think there's also something for everyone in the catalogue. I think you're thinking that you don't have the bank to sort of buy something at the Magic Millions, I'd be thinking twice about it, because every year we produce horses at a good level between the 50 to 150 grand mark, and I think that's a very affordable level of buying. It's particularly when they're coming to the coast. We've gone out, we've hand selected these horses to come and represent the farms and the vendors, and I think that look, there's something for everyone in this catalogue. I think it goes to show from what we've had in successes on the racetrack as well. You've got your Stay in Size that was bought from around the 250 mark. You've got your High Totsu's winning derbies. You've had Hungry Heart going in Oaks. Like, it's not just the speed sale anymore. It's not just where you go to find your 2-year-olds, despite the fact that we have the only company to produce a 2-year-old winning Slipper Colt out of in the last, since 2000 really, so since the start of the millennium. So look, you come to buy your early precocious horses, but there's something here for everyone as well, because we're starting to, obviously there's 1,230 horses. So you've got to get a spread of the individual on offer. And I think that it's very well represented in the catalogue that we have at the moment. So yeah, something for everyone here.
Dane Robinson, look forward to catching up for a beer. Thanks for joining me.
No, anytime, Ben. Thanks very much, mate. All the best.
Thank you.